Bombshell Gooners, this is the real deal. Arsenal are now closing in on the signing of Morgan Rogers, with fresh talks scheduled to finalise the financial details of the deal. But that's not all. Another Aston Villa star could also be on the way to the Emirates Stadium. A double deal is on the cards. And finally, Arsenal fans are furious after a shocking new detail emerged about William Saliba's injury, and it could have huge consequences for the club's plans this season. We'll cover all of that and much more right now. But first, hit the subscribe button because we bring you the latest Arsenal news every single day and you won't want to miss a single update. So subscribe now, and with that said, let's get straight into today's biggest Arsenal stories. Gooners, Arsenal are close to completing one of the biggest transfers of the summer with the addition of Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers. Rogers has been linked with a move to the Gunners for most of the summer. And with England now out of the World Cup, Andrea Berta and co are pressing on with getting things done. The player himself has made it clear to Villa all along that he fancies the move to the Emirates. Now, according to Sky Sports sources in Switzerland, it seems a deal is closer than ever. Reporting for Sky, the reliable journalist Sacha Tavolieri has revealed the latest, and this is absolutely critical. It's reported that new meetings have been planned in for next week, where Arsenal will meet with Villa officials to come to terms on the overall fee. Tavolieri claims that a fee of up to €100 million could be the final amount, while Rogers himself has already agreed personal terms and a lengthy contract until 2031. After Arsenal edge closer to completing the signing of Christos Tzolis this week, the signing of Rogers would be yet another statement from the Arsenal board. Mikel Arteta is also hoping the spending doesn't stop there either. A new defender, a central midfielder and possibly even another striker are all being lined up by the Gunners boss. Rogers, meanwhile, will represent another significant outlay on a young English player from Arsenal after they signed Declan Rice, Ben White and Noni Madueke all in recent years. The Gunners also remain keen on Rogers' Villa teammate Ezri Konsa. €100 million and a contract until 2031. Is Rogers about to become our record signing? Or is that just too much for a player who hasn't nailed down England's starting 11? What's your take? Speaking of Konsa, let's talk about why his age shouldn't worry you. Gooners, Arsenal want to sign Aston Villa defender Ezri Konsa. The Gunners are preparing a formal bid for the England international, who has featured in every game in this summer's World Cup. Konsa is 28. And for a club that has generally prioritised younger profiles in the transfer market, particularly in defence, that might raise an eyebrow. It shouldn't. Here's why Konsa makes perfect sense, and this is absolutely critical. Arsenal are defending a Premier League title, and could be without William Saliba for the first half of the season. That would leave Christian Mosquera as the only natural right-sided centre-back currently in the squad. This is not the time to sign a project player. Mikel Arteta needs an experienced, reliable head who's done it before in this league and can do the job immediately. Arsenal have been searching for a sweeper-type centre-back to rotate with Saliba for some time. They wanted Dean Huijsen last summer, and there were links to Maxence Lacroix. They then made an inquiry for Marc Guehi in January. Saliba is a sweeper. He defends channels, reads the game from deep, and allows Gabriel's skill set to function effectively alongside him. Konsa fits that same profile. He's calm, intelligent, and able to mop up behind a more aggressive partner. At 28, Konsa gives Arsenal 2 to 3 years of high-level rotation cover. That timeline aligns almost perfectly with the emergence of 16-year-old Marley Salmon, who could eventually take over from Saliba if his development goes perfectly. The only potential issue with a Konsa deal is the fee. Villa reportedly wants £60 million for him, but Arsenal should be cautious about going over the £40 million mark. Given the financial leverage Arsenal have over Villa, Andrea Berta should be able to bring that valuation down. 28 years old, but the perfect Saliba cover with a clear succession plan behind him. Does age even matter here, or should we be pushing for someone younger? Let me know what you think. Now there's some concerning news about William Saliba's injury. Gooners, William Saliba aggravated his back injury during France's World Cup semi-final defeat to Spain. The Arsenal defender has had an issue with his back for a long time, and he played the final few months of last season in serious pain. Then Saliba played regularly for France at the World Cup before collapsing in the semi-final against Spain. "My back is gone. the Frenchman is understood to have said, which is not ideal at all. Now, RMC Sport have revealed the truth, and this is absolutely shocking. Saliba played with a broken back, a condition he has been carrying for over 2 months. Yet he was forced to play, and that has angered the supporters. Listen to what fans have been saying. One fan wrote, "I genuinely find it absurd that he was permitted to play with a back fracture. If that was for France or Arsenal, it's completely unacceptable." Another tweeted, "Shame on the medical staff of the French team. Letting him play with a back fracture and potentially ruin his professional career? Utter nonsense." Another Gooner reacted by saying, "Playing on any fracture is a horrible sight. A fractured back is ridiculous. Disgraceful from Deschamps and co, to be honest." Arsenal may go into the new season with 2 of their key defenders sidelined due to injuries. Saliba is almost definitely going to be unavailable for a while, while Jurrien Timber, who pulled out of the World Cup due to injury, may not be ready either. This is exactly why signing Ezri Konsa or another top-class defender is now urgent. A broken back and he was still made to play for 2 months. Is this on France's medical staff, Arsenal's, or both? I need to hear your thoughts on this one. Finally, let's talk about a contract renewal that's overdue. Gooner's BBC Sport reported last year that Raya was quietly rewarded with a pay rise to reflect his growing importance to the team. That wasn't a traditional extension, just an adjustment to his current deal. A similar approach was taken with Leandro Trossard too, which ultimately proved vindicated, as he played a vital role in ending the 22-year wait for a Premier League title before his departure to Besiktas. Arsenal may be understandably cautious about handing massive 5-year commitments to players crossing into their 30s. That is a reasonable position. But Raya is a different case. He has won the Golden Glove in every season since becoming Arsenal's goalkeeper. He is widely considered among the best, if not the best, goalkeeper in the world right now. Raya could head into next summer with just 12 months left on his deal. Real Madrid, Barcelona and Europe's other heavyweights would have every reason to start making inquiries. Arsenal shouldn't let a player of Raya's calibre and importance drift into that territory. Saka, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Rice, all sorted or close to being sorted. Raya belongs in that exact same conversation. He should be next. Raya's won the Golden Glove every season, but his contract talk has gone quiet. Is he being taken for granted, or is this just business as usual until closer to the deadline? What do you reckon? That's it for today, Gooners. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe for Arsenal news every single day. And drop a comment letting me know, where are you watching from? London? Kenya? Chicago? Let's see how global this Arsenal family is. Come on, you Gunners.